Welcome to the March update of the Texas Nerd House, y'all. Now we're in here in our usual video introduction area, but you can already see some of the exciting changes going on at the Texas Nerd House. For instance, I've added this mesh netting to all the shelves around here in the computer area because we just had a little baby boy at the Texas Nerd House. He's about 3 months old now, and he's gonna be toddling along before you know it. And so he's already rolling around, he's already teething, and he's already quite huge for his age. He's in the 100th percentile.
Yes.
So, he's gonna be up here before we know it, interacting with these things, and we wanna make sure that we can control the interactions in a way where he doesn't hurt these things, and especially he's not hurt by them. We wanna make sure to introduce them to him in ways that we can all bond over and interact with and share some of the joys of our youth with him. And so to do that, we're adding the mesh netting to the computer shelves, we're bolting the shelves to the walls, and we're making sure to reduce piles of stuff that's all over the place where we don't have things out that are small, we don't have things that can easily wobble and knock down or anything like that. So we want to make sure to properly mitigate any of the risks for baby boy in this environment out here. So without further ado, let's take a look at what else is going on around the Texas Nerd House. Now behind me right now is IBM land, where as you can see, I'm working on adding a new hard drive, an MFM hard drive into this IBM XT286 computer for the purposes of installing Windows 2.0. Although that might not work so well with this IBM monochrome display that I've got hooked up to it right now. More on the trials and tribulations around trying to get this to work on a future video, but for sure stay tuned to my Twitter channel at Texas Nerd House to see all the updates on this progress as it happens in real time. I've got a couple new videos in the works, including doing surgery on a Mac portable laptop from 1989 to replace leaky electrolytic capacitors throughout the machine, and we discuss techniques for cleaning up corrosion on the motherboard. Plus, there's plenty of footage left from our explorations through the depths of computer reset over 2018 and early 2019. You can see the state of the warehouse when the piles were still fresh and largely unexplored, and much trash was still in view. But since then, lots of organization has taken place, and soon you'll be able to go shopping in a more normal environment. Some of our pinball machines got moved into the garage, so people can spread out more at tournaments we hold here. Having all the games and all the players in the front room got a little cozy and toasty, so this new arrangement should really help. On the pinball restoration front, we're giving advice on best conditions to paint outdoors, but unfortunately, a lot of it was given from behind a respirator.
Gotta be between a certain temperature, gotta be below a certain humidity, and there better not be a bunch of cottonwood floating around in the air.
But nevertheless, stay tuned for a video on the arduous process undertaken to apply a base coat, white, a sparkly pearl finish, vinyl stencils, and graphics onto our 1973 Kingpin game, all using spray paint only. You may have seen our live stream of attempting the first boot of our Commodore PET, but a lot of work went into getting it there, and we have video of all of it, from board level repairs to sweeping huge chunks of rust out of the chassis. We also sat down to talk with Paul Urbanus, co-creator of the Parsec video game for TI-99 home computers, and geeked out about developing for old arcade systems, game hints, and things he worked on at TI after his internship project, such as DLP technology.
The traditional ZIF socket.
We also lined up the Atari ST computers for a family photo, and we played a bit of MIDI Maze, an early 3D multiplayer shooting game that uses the MIDI port as a form of networking. Soon we'll be going over a bunch of rare IBM keyboards, including the F50 and F107 for the IBM 4704, and the M5 PS2 keyboard with trackball. Holy smokes, these things are incredibly heavy. Well, I've gotten some upgraded video gear lately to help ensure better quality videos. For one thing, the shakiness that you're seeing right now by me holding this phone by hand is about to go away because guess what? I've got this DJI Osmo 3 gimbal. So this thing comes in really handy because I can use the application, the Mimo app, to record and synchronize with audio and even use machine learning techniques to track interesting objects. So the Osmo 3 is a gimbal of choice to go along with this new fancy microphone, the Smart Mic by Sabine Tech. And as a matter of fact, I've got 2 of them. So now I can mic up myself and my wife and not have to worry about weird audio situations or holding the big bulky microphone like we used to. And I can relegate that big microphone to the studio in my closet where it's nice padded walls for when I'm trying to do voiceover work. Well, folks, that's about it for our March updates, but as I said earlier, be sure to follow us on Twitter and Facebook, but especially Twitter, at Texas Nerd House. This way, you can stay in tune with the latest updates from the channel without having to wait for our next fully published video. These things can be quite a lot of work to edit down, but you can easily throw together 280 characters on Twitter plus a picture. It's not that difficult, so I do it a lot more regularly than a YouTube post for sure. Oh, and did you miss where I was giving away 18 copies of DOS and 2 copies of OS2? Well, I'm gonna keep on telling you, you should be following me on Twitter. However, in the comments below, please, I would like to hear feedback on what you're interested in seeing, or perhaps what you're less interested in seeing among the things that I mentioned here, or maybe just life in general. Well, anyway, from Texas Nerd House in the month of March, bye y'all!